Today's ride is a follow-up on last week's video where I got myself into a fully ketogenic state and I went out and I did some big tests on some local climbs for a video called High Carb versus Keto. We went through all the results of what happened and what went good and bad, but today I'm following up on that test with a 100-mile ride, again in ketosis, to try and find out if I can do it on practically zero carbohydrates. Now, I need to say this to you all. The information contained in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and none of the content contained in this video is to be considered medical advice. Please, please, please do not make any changes to your lifestyle without discussing it with your doctor or healthcare provider. We can accept no liability for any injuries sustained should you try to recreate anything shown in this video.
I'm tired. We're up early. I'm gonna have eggs, some bacon that I made up last night, and we're gonna throw some spinach in it. You can probably throw some cheese on top of that, and then we're gonna get this ride started.
Good morning. So it's just a hair after 7:30. Got up about an hour ago. Checked my ketone levels, 0.4, which is about what I'm usually at in the mornings. And then I rise throughout the day. A cool 90-ish plus miles on here for today. I'll be very excited if I do complete that. We're in a big field looking over beautiful Mount Tom as we make our way north to head out on this super long, low carbohydrate adventure that we're about to take ourselves on. We're gonna be going north all the way, not quite to the New Hampshire-Vermont border, but just before it. And then we're gonna be making our way back down. The route I planned was fairly flat, so I have some chance of making it through this super long excursion. I've planned for 100, but I think once we get towards 85, 90, we'll be back in this area in case the detonation is quite large. So haven't ridden 100 miles at all lately, so riding 100 miles on no carbohydrate is gonna be a very interesting experience, to say the least. All right, so we're down in downtown East Hampton, Massachusetts. As we make our way to the bike path, we'll pick that up, and then we're gonna hit Northampton and then go up the river, make our way north. Super pretty morning out. I'm already sweating. People are very kind this morning. Got a couple people just letting me go through. All right, so we're out of Northampton. It's a beautiful downtown area. We're just making our way north now along the Connecticut River. Super pretty time of the year here. Hot, but really, really pretty. I come over this hill, I'll show you guys. So we've had to do some stops, but heart rate is 130 about, and I've done about 190 watts average. I've been going harder, but I had so many stops and zeros that, yeah, that's changed it. But we're about 12 miles in, making our way. Okay, so we're here. This is a very historic and famous little local spot in the area. This is an American sycamore tree called the buttonball behind me. It is apparently 25 feet around. It's 140 feet is its spread, and it's 113 feet tall. Some estimate that the tree is 400 years old. That's old. I mean, think about it. That's the oldest tree I've ever seen. Just made it to downtown Sunderland. Making our way over to the book mill where we can see how we're doing, check in, refuel, and taking some pretty views. Two coffees. Can I have one iced? Do you want an iced, or do you want? Can we have two iced coffees?
Yeah, sounds good. Anything in them?
Great question.
I'm good.
Okay, I'll just take some cream. Just checking the ketones just to see where we're at, see what we got, give you guys some intel. All right, so we're up here in Montague at the Book Mill. It's got the beautiful waterfall, and we've made it so far 28 miles. I'm keeping almost 20 miles per hour average, or just under. I'm riding now, I'm at 0.07 millimolar. They say when you're working out and you're doing ketosis that when you're working out, your ketone levels tend to drop. So 0.7 is yeah, what I would expect. I'm sure as I continue to sit here, it would go up, but I'm definitely haven't eaten anything yet. I may have a snack. So far, I feel fine. I'm averaging 212 watts, average heart rate of 126, and we haven't climbed very much, but the temperature really hot, 93 degrees, which is obviously well over 33, 34 degrees Celsius. So we're up there. They say that you burn more when you're in ketosis from the sun. I'm joking. They don't say that, but I am putting on some sunscreen because this is a general PSA. We always have to put our sunscreen on. We have to stay healthy. We have people that love us, care for us, so wear your sunscreen. That's all for right now. Ow!
Now, a question that I know you're all going to be asking is, what are you eating and drinking on this ride? So in my bottles, I'm using Enervit salt caps in practically all of them, just to make sure that I'm keeping up with my electrolyte demands for such a hot day. And for food, I'm eating fat. Of course, it's the primary fuel of the day, is mainly salted cashews is a big one. And I also have some weird keto bread sandwiches that I made with peanut butter and bacon. My goal is to consume around 2,000 calories on today's ride.
I have to say, I didn't even know this one was dirt, but I'm pleasantly surprised and happy. Ow! It's beautiful out here. Got the river off to the left. Got the trees overhead with the shade, just lights poking through like a disco ball. So sick. All right, so we're at our northernmost point on today's journey. We're at about 42 and change miles, 2 hours and 11 minutes, almost over 1,700 kilojoules, 98 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's super, super hot. I feel really good on the bike. My power output's actually gone up to 214 watts. My average heart rate, 130. Feel a little crampy, I'm not gonna lie, but given the heat and stuff like that, it is hard to get the electrolytes in. I feel pretty good overall though. My power output obviously going up. My ketone level is continuing to rise. So far though, so good. Super pretty up here. Holy crap. It's really hot. I'm not gonna be able to do 100, not because of the ketogenic thing, just because of the heat. Just because of the heat. I love you guys, but it's not safe out here. It's like the hottest I've ever felt. It's like the Sahara desert. And so we're gonna start making our way back down. Ride's still gonna be close to 5 hours, and I think we'll all get the point, and I'll be able to actually stay alive. So we couldn't miss an opportunity to hit some single track. Oh! Oh. You guys know that I couldn't do a ride like this, not hit a big gravel section. I had to do it. All right, so we're here at Baker's, a local spot. Definitely the energy level is not super high, going down. I'm still rolling about 210 watts average, which has been where I'm at. My heart rate's about 132. We've done about 65 miles, 2,700 kilojoules or so of work. I'm
I'm feeling it though. I mean, the heat is insane today, and this is a crazy day to be doing something like this. I would have bonked hours ago if I had been out here. I would have, and I hadn't been in this state that I'm in. I would have absolutely been on the side of the road needing someone to pick me up because I haven't eaten nearly enough calories to justify this type of energy expenditure. But the ketones are protecting me. You know, they're continuing to churn out, and I'm continuing to be able to do the work, which is so surprising. So this is definitely one of the weirdest things that I've ever done in my entire life. I can say that factually. This is insane to me. I would not have personally expected this, but I think that's what makes this so interesting and so weird and wild. Just did a check here on the meter. Ended up at 1.1 is my level of ketones right now. So yeah, I know we're in. I knew we were in because I haven't eaten anything and I've done 3,000 kilojoules of work. I don't know. Who knows what I'm doing? Who knows what we're doing? We're doing it. Let's get out of here.
All right, well, we're still climbing. Yeah, 65, almost 66 miles. And whew, it's been a long day. Feeling all right though. I mean, I'm still cruising.
All right, so we're back here at the vineyard, 84 miles, 3,400 kilojoules, 4.5 hours. Average heart rate was 134, 206 watts average. I only lost 2 watts between Baker's and here. I have a lot of things to conclude with. I'm calling this a proper 90 plus because I rode here. I'm gonna ride back to my place, and we did a lot of takes back and forth. We've been out here about 10 hours. It's been a long day. The heat is insane, and I'm not willing to push it anymore with the heat. I've lost a lot of electrolyte and salt, and this is just kind of where I'm at, and I'd be at regardless of whatever state of nutrition I'm in. So I'm going back to my place. We'll do a conclusion there. If you guys can't tell, I'm struggling with this one. I predicted things were going to go a certain way, and the outcomes that I thought, they just didn't come true. I had initially titled this ride the bonk ride because of what I thought was going to happen. Now, if you think back to last week's video where I was up and down getting into ketosis, I was all over the place, and I really, I didn't know what was gonna happen. But on today's ride portion of the video, I have to say, this was one of the craziest days that I've ever experienced on the bike. I was certain that I was going to bonk catastrophically and need to be driven home, or even worse. I was actually anxious when we were getting going, given the heat, the duration, and what I was attempting to do. But literally nothing went wrong, and it blew my mind. It still has. I'm trying to get my head around what's happened, and I don't know, I was able to churn out the watts. My heart rate didn't go crazy. I didn't get heat stroke. I did do the ride at a low intensity, so I didn't give it 100% up every single climb as hard as I can, but I did have periods where I got my heart rate close to 170, and I went super hard. And last week in that video, I also went all out to test that there. So for me, I've always had trouble with low blood sugar. In fact, my entire road racing career, I think, was hampered by the fact that I was a sugar burner and that I never could do 6-7 hour races. I'd always be the first guy to be like, yep, I'm out of here, I can't do it. So I wanted to see if I could be more metabolically flexible as a test for myself, to push myself. And honestly, this was not easy for me, as I would consider myself a carb guy my entire life. You know, I just really wanted to see what this was all about. And I'm intrigued still by what's happened, mainly because it's completely contrary to what I was taught growing up and what I still believe in today. But diet is so personal, and what works for me will not necessarily work for you. You may feel amazing as a vegetarian or a vegan, gluten-free. I'm not here to say what will or won't work for you. And I'm not here to say that I'm going to do this kind of diet or that I subscribe to any kind of diet forever, and you should either. It's not like that. I'm not promoting that. But I've learned so much, and that's something that I love. I love being a student. I love to keep pushing myself and learning new things. And from this experience, I learned a ton. So next week will be the last, it'll be the third video in this series. I'm gonna get my blood tested. I'm gonna see what's going in with my body. I've got several interviews lined up. I'm gonna be talking to people on both sides of the table, experts, athletes, all types of people, to be able to bring you guys the research that they've been able to do and hopefully get us some more conclusions, takeaways. I wanna thank you guys all so much for watching. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what style of eating works best for you. I'll see you guys next time.